Hey, everybody, and we're live Tuesday night, August 3rd, 2021. Welcome, everybody, to the Real Black Podcast. We're just waiting for the room to fill in a little bit. But as we do, I'm going to bring Charles Woods in. Peace and blessings, Charles.
Hey,
You're looking a little
peace and
blue.
blessings to the real black family. Yeah, I'm feeling blue, man. Well, I don't want to get too personal, but make this short and sweet. But I just wanted to reach out to the real black family, and as I stated to you for this podcast, I want to see how many in the real black family trying to enhance their own learning, but how many have kids that, especially in this COVID. The big issue is the children are missing a lot of school, and that's a big problem. And I know when I was in the school system, the thing that upset me, especially in our communities, and I don't mean to pass judgment on all of the teachers that were in our schools, but far too many didn't really believe in our children and didn't really have uh, the teaching skills to get through to them.
Okay, well, that's cool, Charles. We're waiting for folks to fill in. Do you have a white piece of paper? Maybe that'll
Mm-hmm.
help get your color right. If you hold the white piece of paper up to the camera. So uh, we're gonna go through some street smarts. I'll hold it all the way up in front. No, he's frozen. All the way up. For a second. There you go. All right. It's your light. Your light might be blue. Your
Let
light
me
might
adjust
be
my
blue.
light.
Okay, I'm gonna take over the show while he's doing that. So, hey everybody, I'll go through these comments real quick. So, welcome to the Real Black Podcast. I'm Mike D. We're with Charles Woods tonight. We're going to be doing some street smarts, and then we're going to be taking your calls. Hey, Bernetta's back in the building. I'm not sure who else has come back, but I recognize Bernetta's comments. Concrete Jungle, Mika Bella. It's looking a little, well, I don't know. All right, it is what it is. But just updates for the channel. We're still in business. I have a whole list of the videos that are on the channels, 3,000 videos since November 2007. And we did a purge last week of stuff, and we're going to be deleting a few more film titles tomorrow. The most standout stuff is going to be your hood flicks. We're going to take those down. The Master P movies, the 3-6 Mafia movies, the Baller Blockins, all that kind of stuff is coming off the channel tomorrow. So if you search the word hood flick and Real Black today, you'll find movies that chances are won't be there this time tomorrow. So we're trying to protect the channel and keep our viewership together. We have 1 million strong, and that's very difficult to build in any climate. So we're just trying to clear that up for you guys. But the empowerment videos, again, we're here to educate, entertain, enlighten, and empower you through conversations, through the magic of Black film. And with us today, we have Charles Woods. So we've got 80 people in the room right now. I'm going to split the screen once again. It's a little bit better. Still a little bit blue. We'll have to work on that. But as you were saying, so during COVID, education.
Yeah, education has always been first and foremost in my mind, especially the education of our children. And just what I said from the outset, when I was in the school system, First of all, we don't have enough men in the school system for our children to see. And the other thing is too many of the teachers in our communities, they don't really believe in our children. And too often I find that they didn't have good teaching skills. And many of them didn't even know the subject well. I had to go into a couple of classrooms to help the teachers out with teaching the kids math. And some of the teachers got in trouble when they found out that I was in the classroom. So I just would like to know how many of our Real Black family have children, how many. I know a lot of the Real Black family, they're interested in information. When we talk about one of the objective goals of Real Black, right now the first one now is educate. I'm all about education. So
Fantastic. So I know you have a lot of different games that you play when we go out on the street. We're hanging out together. We'll have these impromptu street smart sessions. So I know that you have some that you can share with us today. What's the first one before we get into the calls?
well, I don't want to repeat anything, but I would tell a lot of the new viewers, if they haven't seen the street smart we did when we were in Harlem with that young girl who was just simply amazing. Maybe they can go to that. That was very popular. I think it's around 9,000 views right now. But one of the tricks I did with that one is, let me just say what my strategy is right quick.
Mhm.
It's what I call QTAR. Can you hear me?
Yeah, or maybe we can't. You're freezing up a little bit.
Q. Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Can you read that?
Q. Yeah, bring. Or let me give you the screen. Hang on. QTAR. QTAR.
Right, QTAR. That's my strategy. It's my mnemonic strategy. A mnemonic is a memory device, a trick. My strategy is I let the question Q trigger T A aura response. I try to make my mnemonic jump off from the question. For example, if we learn about the Alamo, the question will be, at what time did the battle take place at the Alamo? So in the question is the name of the place. And what is that? Alamo. Right? You follow
Yeah,
me so
Alamo.
far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then what I do is I make connections. What do I know? This is where schema, SCHEMA, this is where schema comes in. What in my realm of experience and knowledge do I have that I can relate to the word Alamo?
Mm. Okay. Does anybody in the chat have a thought as far as this, or are we at that point here? So, what's the question again?
What year did the Alamo take place?
What
The
you
battle
does?
at the
Okay.
Alamo.
So then, all right. So then, first off, does anybody know without Googling? Can they put that in? And if not, we can jump in to a way to remember this. All right. So I'm gonna guess it's 1870.
1870.
That's my guess. After
Okay.
the Civil War. But I don't know, to be honest with you.
Okay. You know anything, a famous saying that relates to the Alamo?
Remember the Alamo.
Say that again.
To remember the Alamo. Remember the Alamo.
Can you hear me, Mike? Remember the Alamo.
Yeah.
Okay. So watch this.
It's before the Civil War, Truth Seeker saying. 1883 is a guess. 1840s or 1850s. So we're in that 1800 realm.
Okay. See that?
Remember the Alamo, yes, with an
And at the
exclamation
end
point.
with the exclamation point, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to add one thing to it. You got
I
that?
remember. I remember the Alamo. Okay.
Right. Now watch this. I.
Oh, shout out to Gloria Rosier
It's coded.
for her gift. Thank you, Gloria. I
You see
equals,
that?
okay. Okay, it's the number of
I
letters.
equals, right.
Let me give you the screen.
Remember?
8, the, 3, Alamo with the exclamation point is 6 letters. So it's 1836.
1836.
Wow. Okay. All right. Alexander's waiting for us. We do have call-ins, but we want to take another. Let's do another street smarts. So 1836 is the answer, and the way to
Yes.
remember it is by saying, "I remember the Alamo."
Now watch this. I do a thing called numerology and the presidents.
Okay.
Now, if I ask you if we studied the presidents of the United States and I said who was regarded or who was known as the fattest US president?
Anybody in the chat know the fattest U.S. president? That's FAT, not PHAT. So it's not Obama. So Taft says
Someone
eyeball
said
Taurus.
Taft.
Eyeball Taurus says
Okay.
Taft. Jupiter Gone Wild says Theodore Roosevelt.
Someone
Taft or
said Theodore
Garfield.
Roosevelt. Did
Jupiter
someone
Gone
say
Wild.
Theodore Roosevelt?
Yes.
Did someone say Theodore Roosevelt?
Yes.
Okay, hold that thought. Now watch this. You ready?
Okay.
Taft.
Okay. So Taft. Okay.
Drop one of the T's and you get TAF. Can you make a word with TAF?
Spell with the TAF, spelling using the word TAF to make another word.
With the letters TAF that relate to Taft. Just go backwards.
Oh, fat. Okay.
Now watch this.
Hang on. RW had it before me. And
Okay,
Donna
now
C.
fat, right? Right?
Yeah, okay.
Fat, the letter F is what letter in the alphabet?
A, B, C, D, E, F. The 6th.
The A?
1,
And the T?
20.
Add those numbers up.
27.
What was the ordinal position of Taft as president of the United States?
I'm going to guess 27th.
Exactly. Now, who was the 26th president of the United States?
The 26th
Someone
president.
said
They said Roosevelt.
They said Roosevelt, right?
Uh-huh.
Right? So we're going to do a little thing with Roosevelt's name like we did with Taft. Roosevelt was the 26th. He came before Taft. Now, Taft, his name is an anagram for fat.
Okay.
Can we get something? Can we get something as an anagram from Roosevelt? Now watch this.
Okay.
Cross out the O, the R O O.
Okay. Okay.
Can you make a word with SEVELT,
Svelte, meaning thin. Svelte.
which is opposite of fat?
Wow. Okay. We are in sync. All right.
Okay.
Let's see what Alexander has to say. Let me take off this chat thing. Alexander, you ready? Hey, sir. Welcome back.
Hey, interesting history, Mr. Woods. I just wanted to say, like, how's the real black family doing?
Charles, we're
Beautiful.
hanging in there.
Good to see you again.
Trying
Good.
to survive.
Now, guys, I have like good news. You know, I decided, guys, since like the last broadcast, I decided that I'm gonna actually get my vaccine this upcoming Friday. So you know what? I had to actually talk myself into actually getting it. And you know what I said? I said, hey, you know what? Let me just go get it and everything because it's been going out like crazy. And I said, you know what? Let me go, you know, sign up for that vaccine. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna actually get it done at my local Walgreens this upcoming Friday at 1:45. So
Well,
yeah.
I was told to be neutral. That I shouldn't have been pat my arm and disclose my HEPA stuff because it was a great topic and you had a lot of great things to say.
I appreciate it.
You know, but I'm told as we talk black, we should be more neutral. But I don't think we were encouraging people to take the vaccine. We just wanted to weigh out the different ideas and opinions about the issue. So, but well, you know, so I don't know if it's congratulations or be careful, my brother.
No,
But
it's just, you know, like it's just that, you know, people have been talking into actually getting it and everything. And I just say, hey, let me go get it and everything. And, you know, I just want to go get it and just protect myself.
fair enough. So we're also wondering what you've been watching this week. Is it or reading or listening to?
You know what? I have a whole bunch of stuff. I got like Higher Learning,
Okay.
which is a really good film. You know, R.I.P. to
Classic John
Singleton.
Singleton and Ice Cube. Ice Cube was in the news this week.
Yeah, he was. The Inkwell, like rest in peace to what's her face? Susan Douglas. She just passed. And Jason's Lyric. I love that film, Jason's Lyric.
And let me give you this.
Like another good you know, what's her man, rest in peace. I forgot. Another romance film. Us, classic favorite Charles Woods film. I know you love Us. I know you love this film too. So like another good movie.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele of Minds. And you know what? Paul Mooney, Stand Up, one of his last stand-ups, A Piece of My Mind, which is
I got
classic.
that one too.
So that one and like a book recommendation is this book called The Dead Are Rising, like a good authentic autobiography on the life of Malcolm X by Les Payne and his daughter Tamara Payne. So the book basically talks about go ahead, Mr. Woods. Go ahead.
Now I was going to say Les Payne, his daughter had to finish the book, but I used to love Les Payne, and Les Payne, he wrote a book on drugs that I'm trying to get a hold of, trying to find.
Oh wow!
The like the heroin connection, yeah. So look into that. But Les Payne used to be great when he used to come on in New York, Like It Is with Gil Noble.
Right.
Mhm.
But that book you got was on my my want list.
Yeah, you know what? Like I'm gonna give you just my 2 cents. I'm not gonna hold you guys up, but I would just say
Mhm.
that this book, The Dead Are Rising, is a very detailed biography in the life and times of Malcolm X. I would just say that this book is a whole lot different and a whole lot descriptive than Manning Marable's book on Malcolm X was a life of reinvention. I just felt as though, from my perspective, that it was kind of like a National Enquirer of a book on the life of Malcolm X, and it just had so many scandals on the life of Malcolm X. Whereas this book is very detailed, very descriptive, and it really gets straight to the point. And I salute Tamara Payne really taking off where her father left off, being that he really didn't get to actually live to get to see the publication of this book that just came out back in October of last year. So it's highly
Okay, so
recommended.
it's a recent release. Okay,
Exactly. And the last,
fantastic.
well, like one last thing, guys. I know
Okay,
this movie
sure.
right
Okay.
here. Yeah, like Judas and the Black Messiah. If you guys saw
Oh
this
wow, you
movie,
got that already.
really
Okay.
good. Yeah, really good movie. And so, yeah, I've been watching like a lot of movies and like a lot of your stuff, guys. And like I said, Mike D and Charles Woods, I salute you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Once again, congratulations on the 1 million subscribers. And
Thank you.
let's keep it real black for like the next million and more subscribers coming up. So
Fantastic. Oh, Cosmo Energy is in the building. Thank you,
no
Miss
problem.
Peace and
Cosmo.
love.
Peace and love. God
Peace and
bless,
love,
guys.
Alexander. Appreciate
Peace
you.
and
Thanks.
love. No
Yeah,
problem.
great
Yeah.
stuff. Great
So
stuff.
Cosmo Energy is holding it down for us as our moderator. So, yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah, I really enjoyed. I saw it on HBO Max, so I haven't gone out and bought it yet. But that's a definite must own, in my opinion. And won Daniel Kaluuya an Oscar, right? So he had Alexander had 2 movies with Daniel Kaluuya in them, right? He had Us.
Alec,
Oh wait, it was
yeah,
Daniel in? Wait,
and
no, it was Jordan Peele did.
no,
Daniel was not in Us, was he? He was in Get Out. He was not in Us. All right.
Get Out. Yeah, right.
Okay.
But I like Daniel Kaluuya. Um, he's the one that was the film where a lot of people didn't like the way they died at the end of the film.
Oh, help us.
Was that Lena Waithe? Huh?
Oh, Queen and
Lena
Slim. Queen and Slim.
Clean and Slim.
Yeah,
Lena Waithe's
thanks for
film. Yeah.
spoiling it for all the people who hasn't had a chance to see Queen and Slim.
I was gonna say.
Spoil
Sorry
Charles,
about that.
aka spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Or sorry.
You know what amazes me? What amazes me about these actors is and I don't want to get into any controversy, but just how adept they are at changing their voice. You know, when they get in character, their natural voice is just, you have no idea what their natural voice is until you see a Idris Elba offset, you see a Daniel Kaluuya offset, and then you hear their accents.
Yeah, he's British to a T. That's a whole nother topic of discussion, in terms of British actors playing Americans and all that other stuff. But
Yeah.
for my money, and again, I saw it on HBO Max. Judas and the Black Messiah was a good flick, so I would recommend it. And it's on my to buy list, but it's not on my. It's not something I need to see again right away, so that's why I haven't bought it. Well, we're welcoming calls at this point, so I'm gonna put the number up again, the link. So just have your camera ready, your phone. I my to watch movies right now. I just pulled some classics. I got to find a place to put them in the spot, but Hollywood Shuffle. Oops. Coming to America,
Okay.
and The Show. Those are my three.
Did you like that one?
The Show, it's still sealed. I haven't watched it in a while. I'm gonna
The
revisit it. But Biggie's in it. They shot it in Philadelphia, so it's on my to watch list.
Coming
I'm
to
kind of
America.
Coming to America,
Okay.
the new one, or this is the old one?
Right. The
I
second
love
one.
this movie. This is the first one.
The second
They
one.
just changed the packaging.
Did you see the second one?
Oh, that garbage. Yeah, I saw it. I watched. My eyeballs glazed over it. Yeah, I had
Mhm.
I wasn't a fan of the sequel to Coming to America. Um, I had problems with the plot line, and then I thought that they needed a star or so, to play the younger version, the prince that he didn't know he had. You know, I think I like Jermaine Fowler, but I think they needed somebody like a DC Young Fly that could have matched the energy of Leslie Jones or something like that. But you know, how about you? Did you check it out, right?
Um, it cured my insomnia.
That's Put that on the video box. um, what else is going on? While we're waiting
I,
for callers.
I tell you, some things I've liked. One of my favorite shows is For Life with
Mm,
Nicholas Pinnock, Joy Bryant, and I think I think his name is Brian Missick. I think he was featured on The Wire also. I like
okay,
him, but I like that show For Life. That's produced by 50 Cent. 50 Cent,
50 Cent.
but I hope that continues.
What is this?
And
50. 50. That's a bad Muhammad
50.
Ali
Uh,
as 50 Cent.
Godfather of Harlem. I love that with the Whitaker, which
Forrest
is on
Whitaker.
Epix. Just waiting. Uh, did I say Forrest Whitaker?
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
freezing
love
a little
that.
bit
I love
again.
that show. Okay, and the guy who plays Malcolm X in that, he's great. He's great as Malcolm X. And Giancarlo Esposito, who's playing Adam Clayton Powell. The likeness is nowhere to be found, but he's engaging in that role. It makes it interesting. But Whitaker is always someone worth watching. I love that show.
Fantastic.
I've
Did you
been
get it?
watching. I've been
Did
watching The Shy.
Okay.
I didn't think this last set of shows. I didn't think the writing as great as the previous seasons, but
Hmm.
the last three episodes were interesting, and it ended on a note where it it, it didn't seem like it seemed like they're not sure they'll be back, but I like the characters in The Shy. And there's a movie I recommend, or no, it's a series I recommend. And I told you Omar Sy, who played in The Untouchables, which was remade with Kevin Hart, the Upside movie, which I thought Kevin Hart was very good in. Omar Sy does a thing called Lupin, and I love that show. I love that he's good. I like him.
Yeah, I'm behind on that, but I hear the first season's better than the second one
On
on Lupin. Like,
um, I don't. To me, it was like one continuous. I don't know if it was a season, but like you can binge and watch the whole thing at the end. So
okay.
I don't know
Did
if it's yeah,
did you talk about
but
the new
but it's
Power
an
sequels?
interesting character. The
Raising
Raising
Canaan.
Canaan, Power Book 3. Uh, I'll tell you who's the most fascinating character on this show.
Hmm.
I love the actress, and I love her characterization of Raquel. She's gorgeous, and she's interesting. I think it's paying tribute to the strength of female, which is a popular trope in today's cinema. But I like her.
Rock on Raising Canaan.
Yes.
There's some new shows. Just while we have folks in the room, tomorrow night we're gonna have Moikansi Kama, who is runs Image Nation in New York, and she's going to be talking about her 19th season of outdoor screenings in New York City. So you don't want to miss that.
Mm.
And then next week we have Tony Award winner Tanya Pinkins, who has a new film called Red Pill. That's going to be part of the Image Nation Festival, and she's going to be joining us on Wednesday night. So you don't want to miss that. And once again, I saw some comments. I apologize. You had some movies that were saved. We had to literally purge a lot of our most viewed movies just so we can avoid these copyright strikes. I don't want to be the boy who cried wolf all the time, asking people to bail us out and forgive us and write letters and stuff. So we're talking out of 3,100 movies, we're talking literally about 150 titles that are leaving the archive. So if you're into hood movies, type in hood movies, Real Black, and find a way to save those things. They're going to come out tomorrow. Gunpowder Milkshake. I had a chance to see that. I love the style of it. I can't say that I loved the movie myself, but if somebody wants to come in and talk about Gunpowder Milkshake, we're happy to do that. So the question for the chat today is, what are you watching? And it could be another YouTube channel. It could be stuff that's on our channel. It could be things that are in theaters that you can't wait to come out. We just want to have a conversation about what are you watching. So while we're waiting for more calls, there's nobody in the queue right now. Do you have another Street Smarts for us, Charles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Numerology in the presidents.
Okay.
Okay. Who was the 14th president of the United States?
Lincoln was 16th. All right, so family, who was the 14th president is the question. Anybody know offhand? As a president.
Now, remember I said my system is called QTAR. The question triggers a response. So the question is 14th president, right?
Pierce. People are saying Pierce. Okay. The question triggers the response.
Right. 14th president. And this is where, when you work with your kids, this is what you can do. You say, here's the number. The 10, the 1 represents the 10, the 4, the 1s. Now, when we write out 14, what's the first letter of 14?
The first letter of 14? A.
Yes. The first letter of the word 14.
Oh, F. F.
And the first letter of the word president.
P.
FP. It just so happens that the 14th president, what are his initials?
FP?
FP, for Franklin Pierce. Now, there's something unique about Franklin Pierce. He's the only president whose ordinal position as president, 14, matches the total number of letters in his first and last name. Franklin.
F
Count
R.
it for me, Mike.
Hang on, I gotta split this. FRANKLIN. That's 8. And then Pierce, PIERCE. That's 6. So that's 14 altogether. Wow.
I rest my case.
That's the mic drop. Franklin Pierce. But what did he do for our people? Why is it important to know Franklin Pierce, Charles?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people ask me to say. Woods, so what? So what? What's this got to do with black people? But he was one.
Well,
All
right.
was,
Well,
he wasn't no great.
Well, do one on Lincoln. At least we can say something. A lot of people think Lincoln was had some black genes in him. So you have one for Lincoln?
Well, one thing about Abraham Lincoln, right?
Mm-hmm.
Overhyped. When you read the truth about Abraham Lincoln, you'll find that he was talking out of both ends of his mouth. A lot of historians, they don't want to go there with that. They want to hype him up, and then the Republicans always want to say, well, don't forget, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. But the thing is, you get Abraham Lincoln, he was the 16th president of the United States. And when did he become president for the first time? Because he was reelected, but he was assassinated and he didn't finish his second term. But when was he was elected in 1860, but he became president when?
I guess 1861.
Right. And when you take that 61 and you
Flip it.
reverse the numbers, you get 16.
And he's the 16th president.
Right.
And the way to remember that he was assassinated in 1865.
Yes.
That's the end of the Civil War.
Well, the whole thing is what's unique about Abraham Lincoln, he was the first president to be assassinated. Also, he was the first president to wear a beard. And all of the presidents who wore beards were Republicans. They were all born in the same state, and Abraham Lincoln is the only one who was not born in that state.
Lincoln was born in Illinois, no? Well, he's from Illinois.
Yeah. He was born in Kentucky.
Okay. All right, so you're writing that down. Community, we see you. Community's here. Shout out to Community. He did our overlay for tonight.
What's that?
The thing that says Real Black Podcast with the logo around us. The frame. Community made that for
Community us. You were telling me about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Community is my man.
Yeah.
He's the
Well,
one
we're
I
gonna
said
jump
was
in.
injected.
We're gonna jump in with
He
him
was
in a
injected
second.
with
But
a photograph
did
later.
you have a did you have a did you, did you have a point? What were the other? What was the states with the beards?
Well, we had Lincoln was Kentucky, and the other guys you had Hayes, Rutherford B. Hayes. The last one to have a beard was Benjamin Harrison. They were all from. Oh, I'm drawing a blank here.
Okay, that's all right. We're gonna bring in community. Hey there.
Peace and blessings. Peace and
It's
blessings.
good to see you. You've been on every one of our streams.
You know, just staying black, man. Staying black.
Welcome, Black.
Yeah, welcome black. How y'all feeling today? How you doing, Mr.
What's
Woods?
up, my brother?
Always blessings. Always blessings. I was
Okay.
telling you that I sent one. I just got inside the house, but I just created one for this right here today. So I would like if Mike bring that up and you could probably do that and stuff. So we can see how it looks in real time.
The Talking Black. Oh, you just emailed it to me?
Yeah, I emailed you
All right.
to make sure. I sent it twice just to make sure. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll see if I can do that. Well, while I'm figuring that out, what are you watching?
I'm watching Talking Black. That's what I'm watching. I'm watching Real Black. I'm watching Talking Black. I'm on Community. I'm watching a lot of positive stuff. Right now, what I'm watching is the Renuka Rashidi. I'm watching a lot of Renuka Rashidi. A lot of, history about him, all of the messages and different conscious messages he was talking, because, he passed away in Egypt. So I'm watching a lot about Renuka Rashidi right now, and I'm streaming a lot of people.
That's a new name for me. What can you tell us about him?
Oh, Renuka Rashidi is an African historian, and he talked a lot about Kemet, which is Egypt, the land of Kemet. He talks about a lot of different things. He was one of the first people to uncover a lot of knowledge, like a lot of the John Henry Clarks of the world. He was one of those kind of men, a very, very great man, one of our African historians. We're losing a lot of our history every day with a lot of things. So, it's going down. Oh, I got to send you one more time. Let me see. Bring it back, Mike. Bring it back. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I just want to see. Okay. Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
All right, good. I got y'all. Yeah, man. But Renuka Rashidi. Yeah, man. I'm streaming a lot of him. I'm going to be streaming him for like probably the next day or so, man. Getting people up to date with who he is. Ivan Van Sedemmer.
Yes, we talked about him.
So you study under him, those type of people. He's one of those kinds of men. He's one of those.
Somebody said Dr. Ben.
Dr. Ben, he's like a Dr. Ben. Yeah, like those great minds that help push
Community.
a lot of, because a lot of that history was buried.
Community.
Yes, Mr. Woods.
Don't think I don't be thinking about you, brother. You ready for this?
I think about you all the time, bro. Yes, I hope I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm gonna get as ready as I'm gonna be. I'm ready.
You see
He's
it?
got a book there. KMT. It's a magazine.
All right.
Okay.
It's coming in hot right now, Mike. It's about to come in hot. Hold on.
Okay, I see.
Hold on.
Yeah. So Charles, what you got there? Besides dead air.
It's a magazine. It's a magazine on Egyptology. Kemet.
Yes. Yep. On Egyptology, man. We got to know our history, but it's about learning the history so that we can know exactly something like what your page is all about. Your channel is all about us learning the history and going back. We got to go back and learn our history. A lot of times though, as people, we romanticize things, especially like Egypt is so the grandeur of it. Sometimes we get the romanticizing things, like a lot what we do with political figures. And we pick the wrong political figures because a lot of times we romanticize with the character or the charismatic person as well. So, just doing the history, understanding where we came from, understanding the greatness, and then it may lead you behind and back a little bit more to start researching a little bit more. You know, I just sent it, Mike. It should be there.
Okay, I'm looking for
Trivia
it.
question.
Yes.
Trivia question.
Hmm.
Is Kemet called Kemet because it was called the Black Land because of the rich soil from the Nile? Or was it called the Black Land because of the people, the black people of Egypt?
Oh, no, Kemet was called Kemet because of the black land and the black soil, which was so fertile, which came from Ethiopia, coming down through the Nile, you know, at certain times of the year. You know what I mean? As far as Ethiopia, that was something that was given to the people because Ethiopia means the land of the black faces, and that was given to us by the Greeks. The Greeks came and gave them that. They also took our great women like Aphrodite and things like that and romanticized with that and turned her into a god and changed the colors on a lot of things. But so when we start learning our history, we start knowing stuff like that.
That's what's up. Now, were you reading the books, or did you discover these guys through YouTube?
No, I'm a person that read, you know. I read a lot, man. I dropped out of school in 9th grade, but I'm a person that read. I always read books. I always studied different things. I always was fascinated with our culture.
Okay.
You know,
So they came before Columbus is considered like the seminal tone for Van Sertima. But what other books are you reading? Would you recommend? And in 5, 4, 3, 2.
ooh, let me see. I like the little color to this though.
Yeah, look at that. You got us all
It got a little color in this,
red,
man.
black, and green with some orange and some yellow, black
man.
and yellow. You
Beautiful.
like it, Charles?
I'm just flicking
You-
around, man.
you-
I'm just
you
moving
sound-
around, man.
Yeah.
No, the only thing is with the banner down there.
Where you want. This is so we could do it in live because I just recreated something real quick. But
Okay,
but only when you tell
I
me.
appreciate it. Thanks you for the love.
No. But remember, I told you I was waiting for you to give me a lot of like particulars and stuff that we want.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how it looked until we did it. So
Yeah, but
Just
you know,
go
just
live.
give me just ideas of stuff how we could just play with things and
I think it's
rearrange
perfect.
stuff. You
I
know,
think
we
it's
can rearrange
perfect.
a little stuff.
Thank you.
Nothing
So
but
what books are you recommending?
right now, what books would I recommend? As far as a black book or just a book in general?
Well, however you want to take the question.
As far as a book in general, I would say a good psychological book, a little bit. I think is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I think it's a good book, a good read, by Stephen Covey. And then the second book is The 8th Habit, From Effectiveness to Greatness. You know, get you to understand your paradigms and understanding that you know, the way you see things and the way you see life is sometimes the whole problem. You know, you could like they say, you could change your attitude. Your attitude affects your altitude. You can have the right attitude, but if you have the wrong map, it doesn't matter what your attitude is. You're going the wrong way regardless. So, you know, you have to see the right thing. And they put a real good analogy in there. It's like they gave a person a map. Like, let's say I'm from New York, and then when I arrived to, let's say I was going to Pennsylvania. If I arrived to Pennsylvania, they give me a map of Chicago. And so, you know, every map has some of the same places when you go there. So it might have a main street, it might have a central, it might have different streets in every city. So you're looking on this map, you're like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna go to Central Street and go get me something to eat. You get to Central, you're like, what's going on up here? All right, cool, that's all right. You get to another, you're like, yo, I'm going to Main Street. I know I'm gonna go to Main Street. I'm gonna get a Kentucky Fried Chicken on Main Street. So you get over to the Main Street, you're like, the hell? Ain't nothing on Main Street. You know what I'm saying? You got the wrong map. So regardless if your attitude is okay and you're right with jumping around and moving all around these places, if you have the wrong map, you have the wrong perception, you have the wrong direction, you know?
Well, I'll give you one then. Think and Grow Rich. That's the one I go back to in terms of metaphysics. You know, just Think and Grow Rich, and then I guess the corollary to that is psycho-cybernetics. You know, they both talk about like planting mental seeds.
Oh, wow.
And okay, I'll type it for you. Think and Grow Rich.
Psycho-cybernetics. What? That sounds like something I need. I got to get that. What about you, Mr. Woods? What you suggest? What's a good read? What are you reading, Mr. Woods? Or are you just saying, you know what? I got enough knowledge right now. I need to just do what I'm doing. How you feeling right now?
Oh, always reading. You know what amazes me, community?
What's that?
I'm so fortunate to have had these books by Ivan Van Sertima, the one on the Moors, the African presidents in that came before Columbus. When you look at the prices to get those books now, crazy. Especially if you look up the price on the Moors, and even some of Dr. Ben's books.
Yes.
I'm so happy to have. There was a book called The Choice, very hard to get. It's by Sam Yet. Look that up, see how much that costs. So I'm glad I have, and I lost a lot of my books. I lost a lot, 1,000.
I'm going. Don't worry. I'm coming to the library. I'm coming to that library. Don't worry, Mr. Woods. I'm coming to use that library. Okay, we's not gonna let that book collect no dust over there. I'm coming to tap into that knowledge over there. Trust me. I ain't playing around. I'm trying to sharpen my mind every day.
Yeah. Well, shout out to
And,
we're getting some
and just to
recommendations.
finish, you said something.
I didn't hear you.
Miseducation of the Negro, yeah.
Very good. Very good. Very
Carter G. Woodson's book, yep.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a powerful book.
But miseducation, but the whole thing is, you said something about the attitude
Affecting your health.
and the altitude.
Yeah.
So there's three things I always talk about. You can have a good aptitude, but if you have the wrong attitude, you won't reach the maximum altitude.
I'm gonna add that. I need to add that. I need to add that attitude up in there because I understand exactly where you're going with it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We got Norwood waiting.
Appreciate y'all. Always a blessing, man.
No, you're the best. Thank you.
I appreciate y'all. Just let me know anything.
Community. I'm gonna be seeing you soon out there in Harlem.
Yeah, I'll be out there too, Mr. Woods. I'll contact Mike D or whatever, and I'll get your emails or something. So I'll contact Mike D. Appreciation all the time. Talking black to me. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, man.
Community.
All right.
We got Norwood here. Welcome to the chat. Is your mic working?
Norwood.
His mic is down. I'll give you 10 seconds to
Norwood,
fix some sound. All right, that's better. You got it. Welcome. You were muted. No. You're unmuted. Okay, I see what you're doing. All right. You still there?
I had the same problem.
Yeah, we started a little late. We got about 10, 15 more minutes left. Not hearing you. Okay. Anyway, so we'll keep talking, and when we hear your voice, we'll let you jump in. So what else we got in here?
I'm here.
Oh, you're back. Welcome, Black.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So we're taking recommendations.
Recommendations. The first book of fiction, because I went through my whole Black Power phase, or what I call my Black Power phase, until I was about 24. I living in Washington, D.C. I go to the Eastern Market every Sunday. And Eastern Market, you have all the booksellers, and I get all my books together at the Eastern Market, and I go home and I read those books. Francis Cress Welsing, Derek Bell, Dr. Joseph Ben Yohanan, Premium. The first book of fiction that I read taught me more than all of those books. And that was Zora Neale Hurston's Of Mules and Men.
Mm.
That book,
Mhm.
that book actually illustrates the experiences verbatim from people in the period. And it takes a little work because she writes dialectically, so it took a little work to kind of reprogram my citified brain. But once I get into it, then you can hear the voices of people. And Zora Neale Hurston, I mean, not only an author, she is a historian. And in telling that, she keeps the integrity of these people. So Zora Neale Hurston, Of Mules and Men, phenomenal book. And if you allow yourself to get into these characters, you'll recognize, or you'll remember all of this information that has been suppressed, that we have suppressed in ourselves, that I suppressed in myself, because those voices were very familiar to me. And they were very familiar to me from an ancient sense and from a cosmic sense, more than a literal sense.
So that over Eyes Were Watching God?
Yes, yeah. Well,
Okay.
because that was the first, Of Mules and Men was the first book that I read, a
Okay.
book of fiction as an adult that I read, and that was the most profound, and that's why it sticks. It I carry that with me everywhere I go, and just mentally and psychologically. And I see over there, I see that Putney Swoop over your shoulder over there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I see that.
Yeah, wait, let me I'll zero in real quick. Yeah, shout out to Bob Downey. Wait, let me.
Yes.
So he inscribed it for me.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah, he's a friend. I don't know if anybody's checked out the interview we did with him. It's on the channel. I posted it a couple days ago, or I
Okay.
reposted it this morning actually.
Okay, I'll make sure.
Hour long conversation with Bob Downey, who passed away about 2 weeks ago. He directed Putney Swope.
Wow. Wow.
Mike,
Yeah.
And another book, Up from Slavery.
Brother Norwood.
Oh,
Yes,
hang
sir.
on. You froze.
Yes,
Say,
sir.
Putney Swope. Mike, if I'm not mistaken, the actor who played Putney Swope, that was not his voice, right?
It's Bob's voice. Bob did the voice. He didn't like
Yeah.
but Arnold Johnson played the role, and you know him from All in the Family. He was the original George Jefferson, but for whatever reason, he didn't like his speaking voice. He dubbed it with his own. Now we're gonna take over. Putney says this girl has got to have soul. That kind of thing. So
Wow.
so that's a trivia. We actually didn't even breach that in the interview that we did. I think maybe he talks about it in the Q&A video. We're very fortunate to have some of our content on the Blu-ray for Putney Swope that was put out by Vinegar Syndrome last year. So but it's also on the channel, the same content.
Wow, I had no idea. But I enjoyed that movie so much, especially when it comes to the end. Then I start questioning. I start asking myself those questions, and I think that's the best part of the movie. At the end, when I'm asking myself the question of what is actually going on.
Yeah.
Does he know? And then you find yourself upset at the wrong people. That is the catharsis that makes that movie brilliant.
Yeah. Well, so like meet the new boss, the same as the old boss. The money ends up. He comes in with a certain intention, but goes out acting just the same sellout as a white man. So it's a deep.
It's a demon. I regard Putney Swope as one of the early antecedents of the blaxploitation film genre, because Putney Swope, you had blacks on film who were large and in charge.
Well, but do you consider it like an allegory? Because I'm looking at this sitting
It's been a
back.
minute since I've seen it, so refresh everyone's memory.
Well,
It's not a spoiler.
it's an advertising agency, and
Mhm.
I guess you could kind of look at it like a Hollywood Shuffle, but it's an
Mhm.
advertising. No, not Hollywood Shuffle. There was a movie in the 90s.
Boomerang.
There was a movie in the 90s. Shoot, what's the name of the movie?
Boomerang.
No,
No?
no, not Boomerang. When
Okay.
this executive, he comes into this newly founded TV station like the
Oh.
WB.
Bamboozled.
No, not Bamboozle. Dang.
Okay. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Sound like the one
Um,
he's talking about
Uh,
when the guy he falls in love
Dancing in
with
September.
this girl.
Dancing in September. That's it.
Yeah, we had
That's
that was
it.
on the channel for a minute.
That's
I think.
it.
Yeah.
So it's similar. It's similar along those lines. But Putney Swoop, he's the token black in this advertising agency, and this advertising agency, they get into this mode to where they need to demonstrate their inclusiveness.
Well, no, that's not what happens.
Yeah.
The premise is brilliant. Basically, the head of the advertising agency dies in the middle of a meeting, and so they have to vote for a new. They have to vote for a new president, but the only rule is you can't vote for yourself. So everybody votes for the black guy, assuming that nobody else is going to vote for him.
Yeah.
And he becomes the president and takes over the ad agency.
Yes,
so then he starts to bring power and soul to the to all the advertising.
Power and soul.
But
And-
then
and
in
he-
the process he gets corrupted. You know, he gets.
I don't think he was corrupted though.
You
He
think
was not corrupted.
he just allowed? I feel like he did.
No,
the Arab is telling, man, you know, you ain't shit, you ain't this, you ain't that.
No, he was not corrupted. No, his whole mission was to destroy the agency, and in the course of destroying the agency, everybody was going to get their money and get the heck away from those people, so that they didn't have to do anything. That was the whole plan. The plan was not he did not become corrupted.
Okay,
He was steadfast in his mission of let's see how far we can go with these people. Okay, now let's do fried chicken in a whole house. You know, just something extreme. And the next thing you know, it's like, yeah, fried chicken in a whole house. Okay, that sounds good because they're so inept, and they're so.
Okay.
My mentor explained something to me. He said, "Listen to here, Norwood. When we go into this office, right? Because I mean, we've done international businesses." He said, when you go into here, you need to understand something. These people are not smarter than you. These people are in their position because of who they know. You are in your position because of what you know. So don't ever be intimidated by these people. And he laid out the strategy. When you go into a meeting, you don't take any water, you don't take any drink, you don't do anything until all the business is done. After the business is done, okay, now, yeah, I'll take some water. Oh, yeah, I'll take a snack. Because then you enter it and they understand that this is not some hokey dokey. This is not some minstrel show. We come in here for business. And that's what Putney Swoop, he understood that. He sat back and watched these people. He knew these people were not smart. He knew these people were there because the daddy and then the daddy, what was it, the grandfather, and then the son, and then the grandson.
Midget and all that stuff, yeah, all that kind of crazy stuff going on. I have to watch it again tonight.
But it's important. Like I said, I was in that Black Power movement until I actually woke up and I realized I am history. I am the telling of my father and my grandfather and my great grandfather's story, and that is the most important history to anyone. It has nothing to do with Elegbulan. It has nothing to do with Kemet. It has nothing to do with Egypt. It has nothing to do with any of those people. It has everything to do with me. And that is the story that we have to transfer to our children. We don't need to teach our children about a continent. We don't need to teach our children about some mythological person before you teach them about themselves. Before you teach them, this is where you come from. These are the people who made choices, made decisions, and took actions that allow you to be here in this moment right here. That's what fortifies young people. That's what fortifies a mind. That's what allows
I'm breaking up a little bit.
them not to be distracted by that you. Appreciate your show, gentlemen.
Thank you. All right. He lost the signal. Thank you, Norwood. And all right, we're at the hour mark.
Yeah, good to see him again.
Big shout out to Cosmo Energy. Thank you, ma'am, for holding it down and moderating once again. And Community and Norwood. I forgot the first gentleman's name. I didn't write it down. But I think we had a great show. Any final thoughts, Charles?
Yeah, it's bugging me. My head is who the presidents, the state they were all from. Anyway, you could I'll check it.
Oh,
But
beard.
in closing, I would like for the Real Black Family to reach out to me. Let me know with their kids what concepts they're having problems with, and something in the future. Now in the school system, the one thing I know, our kids, like anybody else's kids, they want to learn. And when you show an interest in them, you see their eyes light up. They want to learn, and there are ways that you can engage them where they'll learn. And there's nothing more important. There's nothing greater than to see that spark in our children's eyes when they're being educated, when they're learning. And the key is not to teach them what to think, but to teach them how to think. And so
Fantastic.
I would love for the Real Black Family to let me know what it is your children, those of you who have children, what concepts they're having difficulty with. I know math. These teachers can't teach math. Somebody wrote a book. The problem with math is English. And right quick, we call students pupils. Now, pupils has nothing to do with the eyes, but I use it to correlate with eyes, because I say, if you're a pupil, the key to learning is to observe, to see. And when you can make your student, your children, see what it is you're trying to teach them, then they will learn. But pupils in the intended meaning, it means a minor, a ward. But for my purpose, I use it to relate to the eyes.
Deep. Well, once again, it's an honor and a privilege to have you with us, Charles. Thanks for
I
sharing
appreciate that.
your street smarts. And yes, we want to continue. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Charles has dozens of these examples, and even a book on Amazon that's geared towards learning that you should check out. What's the name of the book again? I'll recommend your book, Charles. How's that?
Oh,
What's the name of it? I'll
Mnemonics.
type it in.
Mnemonics, a strategy for learning.
X, a strategy by Charles. I'll just put. How do you spell mnemonics?
It
MN.
sounds like, it sounds like it starts with an M, but you just put an M in front of that N. MNEMONICS.
Yeah, Charles has a book on Amazon called Mnemonics. And then tomorrow, as I said, we're going to have Moikansi on to talk about the Image Nation 19th Annual Image Nation Outdoor Film Festival in New York. And we'll also be taking your calls as well. So that'll be around 9 o'clock as well. You know, the real black time. Oh, Chris is here. We'll deal with him at another time. But thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Charles. And peace and blessings, right? Is that how we say it?
Peace and blessings. Yeah. Take care.